What if I told you that right now you're shaping your future, not through your actions, but through a voice inside your head? It never stops. Not when you're awake, not when you're alone, not even when you sleep. A constant whisper, quietly narrating your life, judging, reacting, imagining, deciding. Most people ignore it. They think it doesn't matter. But what if it's the only thing that matters? What if your entire life is just a reflection of that voice? Every success, every failure, every relationship, all shaped from within. You think life is happening to you, random, unpredictable, sometimes unfair. But what if life is happening through you? What if your thoughts are quietly becoming your reality? There is a gift every human is born with, but almost no one learns how to use it. A power so simple, it's often dismissed. We call it imagination. But imagination is not fantasy. It is creation in its earliest form, and the language of that creation is inner speech, the silent sentences you repeat every day. Think about it. How often do you talk to yourself? Not sometimes, but constantly. You replay the past, you rehearse the future, you argue with people who aren't even there. You justify, you criticize, you imagine. And while you think this is harmless, something powerful is happening. Every thought you repeat begins to take shape. Every belief you hold begins to solidify. The world around you is not just physical, it is psychological, built from conversations no one else can hear. You smile at people, you speak kindly, but inside you may doubt them, judge them, dismiss them, and strangely, that inner voice is what shapes your life. Not what you say out loud, but what you repeat in silence. The outer world is just a stage. The real story is happening within, and you are writing it every second. But here's the mystery. If this is true, why don't people get what they want? Why do they dream of success, yet live in failure? Why do they want love, yet feel alone? Because what you say you want is not what you believe. Your inner conversation reveals the truth. Not your goals, not your plans, but your repeated thoughts. You say, I want success, but inside, what if I fail? You say, I deserve happiness, but inside, maybe I'm not enough. And that contradiction creates your reality, because your mind responds to repetition, not to wishes, but to consistency. Consistency becomes belief. Belief becomes reality. There was once a man who saw a building he could never afford. To everyone else, it was impossible. To him, it became real. Every day he imagined his name on it. He didn't hope, he assumed, this is mine, again and again and again. Nothing changed at first. Days passed, weeks passed, but inside something shifted. His identity changed, and then life responded. An opportunity appeared, support came from nowhere, and the impossible became real. Not by force, but by assumption. This is the law, simple but rarely applied, because this power works both ways. Negative thoughts create negative outcomes, and most people practice negativity daily. They rehearse failure, they expect disappointment, they imagine the worst before it even happens, and then they call it bad luck. But it's not luck, it's creation. Every thought is a seed. Every fear is a blueprint. Every doubt is a command. So the question is not, what do you want? The question is, what are you repeating? Because that is what becomes real. Most people waste their thoughts. They spend them carelessly. But thoughts are not free. They always return. So imagine, if every thought you had today became your reality tomorrow, would you think the same way? Or would you finally take control because you can? You start by observing, just watching, not judging, not forcing, just noticing. And then you begin to change it, gently, deliberately, powerfully. And over time, your world begins to shift. Because it has to. Reality always reflects what you repeat. So from this moment, become aware. Guard your thoughts. Shape your inner voice into the life you want to live. Because one day, it will no longer be a thought. It will be your reality.